Do you have mice that are not being nice? Do you have rats that are driving you bats? Do you have an issue with rodent control and it's absolutely driving you up a pole? Well then welcome back everybody to the Average Homeowners YouTube channel. Today I've got a requested video where we're gonna go over some natural, non-poisonous alternatives to help you control rodents around your home, shop, garden, or anywhere you're trying to keep them out. So with that, let's get into the video and go over 3 things you can use to help you get rid of rodents forever. Okay, so obviously I've got some videos out there with a lot of comments, a lot of likes, a lot of dislikes, talking about how to control rodents, pests, mice, rats, using bait traps, using sticky traps, using bar bait. But one of the most requested videos I've had, and I can tell from the comments, is everyone wants to see natural alternatives or non-poisonous alternatives to help control mice and rodents. So with that, I've got 3 things here that we're going to use today to help us with our rodent control issue. Now, we've got them pretty well under control. I haven't caught one in the shop here for about a month and a half. But these are things that we can use different ways, and I'm going to do them on my house so that you can see how to protect your home from intrusions. As always, y'all, these are available on Amazon through the links in the description below. If you're going to order them anyway, click on that link to get them. It helps the channel. I appreciate it. Now, the 3 different products we're going to be using today are copper mesh. Now, what's unique about copper mesh is it comes in this big long roll, and you're actually able to cut it and stuff it in the hole using this little wooden dowel tool. Now, the kit that we got that's linked in the description below comes with a pair of scissors, although I don't think they're the nicest. You probably want to just use some of your own or get some tin snips. The little wood dowel, and then the roll of copper mesh. Now, one of the benefits to copper mesh is that over time, it doesn't rust like can happen to our next product, steel wool. So we're going to use the copper mesh. I'm going to show you how to apply it. It's really simple. You just fold it and roll it and then put it in your weep holes. But like I said, we're going to go over that when we get out in the yard, get by the house and start putting the stuff into the weep holes. The second item is going to be rodent barrier steel wool. Now, the difference between rodent barrier steel wool and regular steel wool is normal steel wool comes in the little pads. This comes actually in a roll that I'll show you in just a little bit. Oh, forgot something. Give me 1 second. When you're handling steel wool, it's incredibly important that you have gloves on. There's little microfibers of the actual shreds of this. It can get in your skin. It can give you a sliver pretty easily. So it's important, just put gloves on if you're going to be handling it. And I'll show you, see how this comes in a big long roll. We just need to find the start of it. Right here. And it just rolls out like that. And then the same thing, you can cut it. And normally I'd tell you to get a dowel to do this, but since we already have a dowel, we're going to be able to do that. And then you just put this right into the weep hole. We'll go more on that when we get out in the field as well. And then Loctite foam. Now this is for your intrusion points. You don't want to use Loctite foam in places where you need moisture to be able to escape the moisture sealed envelope of the home. So when we get to the weep holes in the brick and stone, we're not going to foam those. If you foam them, moisture can't escape, and those are there to help moisture that could get behind your brick or stone be able to weep out, hence the name weep holes. We're going to use this on the corner of the garage doors, which is one of the main intrusion points, to be able to keep those mice out, but it's also going to help with bugs and other pests. So let's go ahead and start with the foam. We're going to go over to the corner of the garage door. I'll meet you there and show you exactly how to apply foam to keep pests out of your house and shop. All right, y'all, this one's super easy. We've got our Loctite foam here. All we're going to do is find the intrusion points where the mice can get in and just put a little bit of foam there. So we don't want to cover it so much that it's an eyesore, but we do want to make sure that we're able to keep the pests out. So a little bit of foam in there. Okay. Something else we're going to do is once this is all said and done, we're going to come back and actually paint this so that you can't even tell that we put spray foam in here. Okay, let me show you what that looks like from this side and exactly what we did. So we spray foamed right here, and then we also spray foamed back here. And if you can see, there's no longer any light shining through. There's nowhere for the mice to get through. Now, hopefully they don't chew through this, but this is exactly what this is for, sealing exterior areas. So I'm gonna go ahead and seal up this other side real quick, and then we'll move on to the copper mesh and the steel wool. Boom, boom, boom. With that, we'll get rid of that last little piece of foam. That was solid. Glad that didn't land on my shirt. With that, we're going to move on. So let's go to our next item. All right, so now we've got our copper mesh. So what we're going to do with this to make it really easy, is we're just going to go ahead and take a piece about 1 foot long, and we're going to cut that off. Now, once you cut that off, put your scissors away for a second. All you're going to do is fold it over again, fold it over again. You know what? We actually made that a little too long. Probably only need 6 inches of it. This is double than the one I used last time. That makes it easier. That roll will go a lot further. So anyway, put the scissors away. So yeah, if you order the one in the description, it's going to be actually doubled up. So it's not just 1 layer of copper mesh, it's 2 in every roll. So you only need about a 6-inch piece. And then all you're going to do is fold it over again, fold it back 1 more time. So you've got something about that big. And then let me get down here and show you exactly how we insert it into the weep holes. All right, so we're getting down and dirty here, but as you can see, I've got a weep hole right here, another weep hole right there. So let me show you how to insert this. You've got this rolled up piece. You've got this rolled up piece of copper mesh. Now, most people would think you just slide it in there, roll it up and slide it in. What I like to do is actually take it, put the front of it up against, and then push it in so it's actually stuffing in the hole, and then take the sides of it, and it'll both fold right up in there. And at the end of the day, you've got a weep hole that can still get the moisture out, it can still get air in, but it's got copper mesh in there to keep mice, pests, rodents, ants, anything that can get in there. That's going to keep 99% of it out. So let me get the rest of these weep holes knocked out, and then we'll get to the steel wool. Probably be easier to just get all these pieces cut at once. All right, so last but not least, we're moving on to the steel wool. Now, before we get to putting this in the weep holes, do me a favor, if you steel wood, give me a thumbs up on this video, hit that subscribe button, comment down below any video you'd like to see me make, or any of your thoughts in general on anything. What do you use to control rodents and pests in your home? Put that in the description below. But like I said, subscribe to the channel, and I'm gonna get back to putting this steel wool in these weep holes. We've already got a pre-cut piece here, so I'm going to go ahead and get down on the ground and show you exactly how we use the steel wool similar to the copper mesh. Okay, so we've got a little bit of steel wool here. Let's go ahead and cut a piece out. We've unraveled a little bit of that roll. So we're going to cut off about a 8-inch piece here. Take a little experiment and see how dense this is, just like with the copper mesh. And all we're going to do is ball this up and twist it. We're going to twist it up, let it twist it till it's about the size or a little bigger than the weep holes. Okay, so that's a little bit bigger than the weep holes themselves. And we're just going to, of course, I've got a smaller weep hole here. We're going to cut a little bit of this off. Yeah, I should have grabbed 10 snips out of the shop. Scissors aren't really doing it. But take that piece, you're going to twist it right in to the weep hole, and then take your dowel and just push it in. Take your finger and just smooth it off. Now, this can have a tendency to rust over time. So if you do want to use steel wool, you may want to plan on replacing them every couple of years, every 2 years, or just pay attention, check it every now and then and see if it might tend to start rusting or see any deterioration or degradation of it. That'll be a sign that you need to grab some needle nose pliers, reach in there, pull that out, put a new piece in. But with that, I'm going to knock out the rest of these weep holes, and I'll see you in just a second. And there's Nora checking on our progress. It's in here. Just give it a twist and it'll seat right in. That one we don't even need the dowel. All right, so that's 3 different ways to control mice, pests, and rodents in your home without using chemicals, without using baits, without using anything to cause major harm to the mice themselves. Now, I want to thank y'all for taking the time to watch the video, for smashing that thumbs up button, for hitting that subscribe button, and taking a little bit out of your day to spend some time with me, Eric, the Average Homeowner, here on the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.